Michael Zufu Huang is hard to miss. In March of this year, the Chinese art collector turned heads at a Guggenheim party, by showing up in a white leather jumpsuit. A week later, he swept through the VIP opening of Art Basel in Hong Kong, in a powder pink, pajama-style outfit. But it's not just Huang's clothes that have art world insiders talking, it's his age. At just 23, Huang is part of a new generation of Chinese art collectors. He began collecting art as a 16-year-old high school student in London, and then returned home to Beijing, where he co-founded the Contemporary Arts Museum, Inwards. The gallery's ambitious exhibitions of both Western and Chinese artists have attracted international attention. But while Huang and his contemporaries clearly have money to spend, their approach to collecting is vastly different from the Chinese billionaires who shook up the art world in the mid-2000s. Chinese collectors started making global headlines just over 10 years ago, and they quickly gained a reputation for buying big-ticket items by the best-known Western artists. Among this early cohort were Joseph Lau, who bought one of Andy Warhol's Mao Zedong portraits for $17.4 million in 2006, and Wang Jianlin, one of China's richest men, who paid $28.2 million for a Picasso. Billionaire and former taxi driver Liu Yiqian, famously paid $170.4 million for an Amedeo Modigliani painting, reportedly using his American Express card. The younger generation of Chinese collectors have been educated around the world, he said. We are global citizens, so works by artists from abroad echo our interests. But China's new collectors aren't only looking for big names. Heir to a property and jewelry empire, Hong Kong-based Adrian Ching says that he owns hundreds of works by both Chinese and Western artists, many of them up-and-coming. I travel across the world to view art, at art fairs, biennales, museums, exhibitions and more, said Ching, who founded the not-for-profit K11 Art Foundation. I am fortunate to have come across art that may be of historical importance, representative of its time or simply moving. I am driven to collect these works, regardless of where the artist comes from. Collectors' understanding of art continues to grow, according to Lawrence Helbling, who founded Shanghai Art Gallery in Shanghai 21 years ago. Auctions are still the marketplace of choice among China's art collectors. Nearly 70% of artworks purchased in the country in 2016 went through auction houses, according to a joint report by Art Basel and the banking giant UBS. Alex Ching, managing director of Poly Auction in Hong Kong, thinks auctions provide a level of reassurance for emerging buyers in mainland China. In an auction, the lots are selected by the specialists, and an estimate is made after thorough research, Ching said. Thus the collectors will have sufficient background information to make a decision on placing a reasonable bid. Inexperienced collectors might feel less confident in a gallery or at an art fair, where the process for determining prices tends to be more opaque. But while older, headline-grabbing businessmen seem to relish the buzz, and publicity, of public sales, younger collectors have good reason for keeping a low profile. China's so-called feudary, literally second-generation rich, are regularly criticized in the media for their flashy spending. And with many young collectors at least partly funded by family money, they seem eager to prove that they're interested in art as more than just a status symbol. Auction houses are changing tack to cater to them. Sotheby's, Christie's and Hong Kong's Poly Auction all offer private sales that allow for discrete transactions. In the first half of 2017, Sotheby's reported a significant rise in revenue from private sales, particularly in Asia. We have seen a strong upward trend in private sales with mainland Chinese clients in the past 5 years, and more than a threefold increase in 2016 compared to the prior year, a spokesperson said. In China and Hong Kong, the increase has been more than fourfold. So far, I haven't bought anything that way, she said. I always buy through galleries, that's my first priority. Other young collectors are turning to the internet to scour the market. With auction houses like Christie's now using social media to showcase items, Huang says that he can easily browse for international art on Instagram, despite the fact that the platform is technically blocked in mainland China. I use Instagram more than auction catalogs to see what's on the market, said Huang, whose own account features pictures taken with the likes of contemporary artist Takashi Murakami, and American curator Klaus Biesenbach. This habit seems fitting for a collector whose portfolio is dominated by artists known for exploring the internet's impact on society. Huang's collection includes digital art that would likely be of little interest to China, though.